Okay. Do you have any opinion on what's going on right now with Kyrie Irving and Ye for Kanye?
Dang. Opinion on what's going on with Ye. I called him Ye the whole time, and John didn't correct me. John like making me look crazy out here. He be knowing shit. As soon as he got out there with the interview, he said, "Nigga, it's pronounced Ye, not Ye." I said, "Why you didn't interrupt me and tell me that, John?" I said, "Shit, I don't know." But anyway, I told y'all. I love the interviews because everything I tell y'all comes to fruition. I told y'all how the Jewish man, y'all don't forget, Reggie say, Jewish, the JDL and the Jewish run entertainment and the sports and all the agencies. We just did an interview about a month ago about that. And you cross them, I told y'all, David Kennedy and all of them, Brian Turner and them was more scared of the JDL or their community than they was of the Bloods and Crips. I told y'all. Reggie told y'all. Talked about it. Look what done happened to these two men, how much money these two men done lost in the last month. This behind going against the Jewish people and their beliefs. They ain't said nothing about their religion. They just made an opinion. But they went against them. Went against what they wanted out there. I'm glad John and I don't make enough money for them to come after us, because they'd be shutting us down behind that. We may be getting our shit shut down. But I'm telling y'all, and I say that with respect, not disrespect to them. I'm just saying. Man, Arsenio Hall. Y'all know that he was a talk show host. Had the best show going on in the 90s, 1995. Arsenio made a decision to bring Louis Farrakhan onto his show, doing the hype. He was #1 rated and everything. His bosses and all of them, the Jewish people, don't do that, Arsenio. Don't bring Louis Farrakhan on the show. Arsenio went against them. Brought Minister Farrakhan on the show. Was canceled within a week. #1 show on a night talk show in the 90s. Canceled, taken off the air. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm not telling you, brothers, to be fearful of them. Or no man, or nobody. I believe in calling names. If one thing y'all know about Reggie Wright, I call names. I don't talk about races or people as a whole. I try not to. If y'all caught me doing that, then I apologize, but I try my damnedest not to. I'll say, this person name, this person name, this person name. I try not to generalize it. And that's where Ye messed up at. Instead of calling out a group or a massive of people, if you got a problem with somebody, I'll just tell you, in the future, y'all, tell who you got a problem with. Call their name off. 3 things I try not to talk about. Shout out Democrat Party for taking over the Senate. But 3 things I try not to talk about over here, on here, is sexual orientations. I talk about you individually, but I don't talk about them as a whole. I don't talk about religion. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. God is my Father. And that's who I worship. And I don't talk about political parties, because everybody has an opinion, and it's just not worth it. This is not the platform for that. That's not what we're here for. But yet, that's where, that's my opinion on them, on those two. It's unfortunate how they doing. Kyrie Irving, he's a basketball player that I hope I heard the Nets recently told him that he have to do a few things before he's able to come back and get on the basketball court. Don't agree with it. He took and lost money, or I don't know if he lost money or not, but I know he didn't play for a whole half a season behind of not being vaccinated, which y'all know I'm a proponent and I believe that you should get vaccinated, but he didn't, and I know a lot of you guys don't. I'm not going to push it on you. I'm going to advise you, tell you what Reggie Wright went through, because the vaccine wasn't available when I contracted COVID, but he elected not to. I hope he take the stand and not bow down to them and take this to court and make the Players Association stand behind him, because all this man did was put up a picture that's been sold and profited by white folks. Not black folks, not him individually, by some white men. I don't know their names, but I know the guy that owns Amazon. He done messed up his chances of getting the NFL for sure with Jay-Z, because I know they were partnering up and was going to buy the Commanders, aka the Redskins, in D.C. And I think they would have, they had the money and the connections to do it. I think they're going to use that against him to keep him out. But they the ones making the money off of it. I bet you Kyrie ain't make $1 off of it. But he going to lose millions, hundreds of millions of dollars behind it because of a situation that I feel that he just being misguided, or being like you youngsters are out there in the youth, so opinionated and throwing stuff out where he didn't realize what he was doing. But it's unfortunate that people have that type of control. And that's my opinion on the situation with that's going on.
Okay. Did you see that Tupac's stepdad, Mutulu Shakur, got parole in the last day or two?
I saw that. That's Mopreen's daddy, right? Mm-hmm. That's Mopreen's father, Tupac's stepfather. Y'all know the difference between step and half, right? Half daddy means you don't have the same mama, same daddy, but you have one. That make you half. Step is you married into. And so that's what Mopreen and Tupac were. They were step. Step is his half sister. Okay. That's the guy that Tupac and his mom consider his dad. This guy that's over there, Billie Garland, who is his natural, I call them sperm donors, who seem to lately been having a little opinions for some reason. It's audio out there where Tupac said, when I got shot in New York, I woke up and a nigga that looked just like me was standing over my bed. That's his feeling on this man. He came and visited him a couple of times in prison, from what I hear. Never when he was around death row. The mother bought him out, gave him $700,000, and he went away, went and bought a truck. But that's who this guy is. But this Mr. Shakur guy that's about to get released from prison, that's who I believe Pac considered his dad, from all accounts and from what I know, and who I believe Afeni was in love with. And it's unfortunately he's getting out, being sick. But I don't think he might not be that sick because I know a whole lot of people that done got out of prison claiming to be sick, and these niggas is living a long time. And I'm still doing well. But hopefully, if he is sick, he get out and get to meet and see and talk and hug and get loved on by his loved ones and get the proper medication where his transition won't be painful. It'll be easier. But yeah, this is the guy who I think is the guy who helped Afeni mold Tupac into the man that you all love. Not that guy, Billie Garland. Billie Garland is just what we call a nut, a sperm donor. That's what he is. Stay in your place, Billy.